The discovery of the secret passage beneath the cafe was not merely an unsettling incident. It was a harbinger of something far more profound and unsettling. Official Daniel Hughes, a seasoned officer accustomed to the mundane rhythms of his quiet district, felt the weight of the call he received that Thursday evening. The cafe owner, Javier Delgado, reported strange noises emanating from beneath his establishment, noises that seemed to pulse with an unnatural energy. Initially, Daniel dismissed it as the ramblings of an anxious proprietor, but a gnawing instinct urged him to take it seriously.
Upon arriving at the cafe, the atmosphere was thick with tension. Javier's unease was palpable as he recounted the mechanical thundering sounds that disrupted his nights. The cafe, a beloved local haunt, suddenly felt like a facade hiding something sinister. As Daniel crouched to inspect the floor, he felt a peculiar resonance beneath his fingers. The moment he pried up the tiles and revealed the dark opening, an unsettling chill washed over him. The passage beckoned them into its depths, a void that seemed to swallow light and hope. Descending the rough-hewn steps, the air grew colder, thick with the scent of damp earth and decay. The walls were slick with an unidentifiable moss, and the eerie silence was punctuated only by the sound of their footsteps. As they ventured deeper, the chamber opened up before them, revealing ancient stonework adorned with cryptic symbols that defied comprehension. Daniel's heart raced as he felt the weight of history pressing down upon him, a reminder that they were trespassers in a world that had long forgotten human existence. In the far corner of the chamber lay a figure, grotesque and unearthly. The creature was wrapped in the remnants of a time long past, its features shifting and warping under the beam of their flashlights. It was as if the very essence of horror had materialized before them, an entity that was both alive and dead, both familiar and alien. Carl, one of the officers, gasped, his voice trembling as he uttered the realization that chilled them to their core. "It's not human." Panic surged through the group as the creature stirred, emitting a sound that was a cacophony of terror. The walls trembled in response, and in that moment, the passage became a trap. The officers scrambled for the exit, but the very stone that had concealed the horrors now conspired against them. As the creatures emerged from the shadows, a swarm of nightmarish forms with too many limbs and too many eyes, chaos erupted. The air was filled with their shrieks, a sound that resonated deep within their bones, a primal call that threatened to unravel their sanity. In the midst of the pandemonium, Daniel's instincts kicked in. He grabbed Javier, urging him to run, but the walls were collapsing and the darkness was closing in. They fought against the tide of fear and confusion, desperate to escape the clutches of the unknown. Then, just as suddenly as the terror had begun, silence enveloped them. Daniel opened his eyes, disoriented, the chamber eerily still. The creatures had vanished, leaving behind an unsettling calm that felt like a prelude to something far worse. Emerging into the daylight, the cafe appeared unchanged, a stark contrast to the horrors they had just witnessed. Yet, Daniel knew that the world had shifted irrevocably. The creatures, the markings, the very essence of the passage, they were remnants of a reality that lay just beneath the surface, waiting for the next curious soul to disturb its slumber. With each passing moment, he felt the weight of the unspoken truth. They had encountered something ancient, something that defied human understanding. Back in the safety of the cafe, the mundane sounds of life felt surreal. Javier's voice broke the silence, trembling as he suggested they tell someone about their experience. But Daniel's response was laden with resignation. Who would believe them? The creatures had evaporated, and the passage had sealed itself, leaving no evidence of the terror they had faced. The unsettling silence that followed was a reminder that some secrets are better left buried, lurking in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting visitor to awaken them. In that moment, Daniel understood that the horrors they had encountered were merely the surface of a much darker reality. The passage was not just a hidden chamber. It was a threshold to a world that had long been forgotten, a world that was watching, waiting, and perhaps even manipulating the very fabric of their existence. As they stood in the cafe, the normalcy of life, felt like a fragile veil, one that could be lifted at any moment to reveal the chilling truths that lay beneath.